When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll bring it out. It's Chandler. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Indiana's offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Buckeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in
Oh, he's got some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Chandler. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Hoosiers are in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Bond. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The play action fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Takes the handoff. It's Hardy. Still running at the 40. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. He now has 80 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. And the Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Holds and fires complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the ground.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
Indiana, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Run in the red zone, it's Hardy. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. The Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. No fair catches here, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Power football with the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And after having a nice gain like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Hardy. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Hardy. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the...
Touchdown, Ohio State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bargava. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Mendoza. Grabbed over the middle, it's Chandler. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Chandler. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He's got it. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there.
Let's go.
Looking for a gap. It's Hardy. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At the 32.
Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the 1st. And the Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone.
Black 18! Black 8!
Give to the running back. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with the field. Feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Gets rid of it. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Hoosiers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll open the second half on the ground. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
On the run, it's Hardy. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback making checks. The toss to the right. Turning it on. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Gives it on the option.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Makes the catch. It's Beebe. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Here's Force the pressure. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Tight end now in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hardy. Breaks into the open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the right. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He'll bring it out. It's Chandler. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Got him downfield. At the 45 on his way. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. The inside handoff. Jukes his way for more. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to return it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Buckeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Making side adjustments here. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Shows him the stiff arm. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Splits the uprights. Good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Looking left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Beebe. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught in the backfield, it's Barker. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking the shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires left. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the knee. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.